May profits be upon you. I'm looking at Bitcoin and I want to share this with you. The first thing that grabbed my eye was this. Why? Because this looks like it wants to turn around. We'll go into it. First thing is, why did it stop? First thing I want to know is, why did it stop? I look over here and we're going to see what that looks like up close. And I say, okay, if I'm going to pick a zone of demand, where would I draw it? So I'm looking for where price, where the impulse originates. All right. Look at how price left this level. Boom, boom. Price comes back, gives a huge rejection. I like this level. All right. You know, because of the way price left here, that there are orders, there were plenty of buy orders here for price to come and get, right? And look at how the reaction was when price came close to it. Now, I got it. It's very close, but you know this area is pretty hot just by the way the price left the area. So I'm coming all the way over, and you can see price turned right at this doggone demand, right? So what am I looking for here? I'm always looking for the same thing. When price reaches a point of mitigation, I look for a low to be made. I look for a lower low. I look for an impulse that breaks that swing high here that was made. And then in this leg of structure, I'm looking for price to come back either to the origin of the impulse or somewhere in this leg of structure. I'm waiting there like a spider in a web, waiting for price to come pick me up like an Uber. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for that everywhere on every time frame because price is fractal. So what do we get here? We got this low. We had the swing high. We had a new low, but it's not a low that breaks that high. Let me get you to see this. It's not a low that breaks this high. All right. It breaks that low. It breaks this low. All right. Taking liquidity. I always look for the liquidity sweep. Without the sweep, I tend to look at it as a weak pattern. You understand? So we have this low, a new low. We have this low taking the liquidity. So as soon as it does that, I'm always looking at the highest point before that low was made. What that low, that high point, that swing high made that low, right? Once price takes it out, for me, price is demonstrating that it wants to come up higher. It wants to go higher, especially if it closes above that swing high. I need a strong close, and this is demonstrating that price wants to go. As soon as the price does this, I'm coming right back to here, this area, and I want to mark the area where price will come and pick me up. All right. Why did I go here? Because the way the wick came down and then price continued higher. That's why. I go to the 2 hour, I chop time in half. I go to the 2 hour to see what the price action might be on a clearer basis. I'm going to use this whole candle. Price comes back in to mitigate this demand zone. All right. Mitigates again, pushes, breaks that swing higher there, right? Comes back. This is where I'm waiting. Now, we have an unmitigated demand here, right? Because I always look for a chain of demand or a chain of supply. In this case, demand. Price comes over here, all right? Comes back, forms another demand zone here, pushes higher, all right, forming another demand zone. This is the kind of chain I'm looking for. All right. Now, I'm hot now. As soon as it's up here, I'm looking down here for where price could come and continue higher. All right. I'm looking for that pullback, the return to impulse, RTI. All right. And it could come to the origin of the impulse, or it could come to the decisional order block, right? And which sometimes intercepts price before it gets back to the original. So I'm watching both. This one was a strong candidate because it left an impulse, left an imbalance here, right? You know, an inefficient price movement that price likes to come back and rebalance. This is all buys. It comes back with the sells. You understand? It comes back and then fills that gap, all right? The thing is that you wait until you see price contact here. I need to see a confirmation that this is where price wants to mitigate. Well, price comes through this, comes all the way down, right? And what do? We come back into here. Why would we come back into this or the origin? Where is the sweep of liquidity? Look closely, folks. This is the lowest candle here. This is the lowest candle there. Price is coming for equal lows. I like to double up the S's when it's equal lows. All right, this is going to be a magnet for price. Now, watch this. Here's the deal. Do I think price will just shoot off from here? Price very well could. Price very well could. But this is a magnet. This is a magnet. Sure. There was a sweep here. There was a sweep of the lows here. Come on, man. Why is it doing that? There was a sweep of the lows here. It did take that low out. All right. Acknowledge that. Cool. All right. Didn't quite get to this one. All right. But we're in this order block for another mitigation. All right. We haven't closed below this order block. Let's acknowledge that part. Yeah, we wicked past it. But we did not close. It closed within the order block. So in my book, this is still holding. You understand? All right. We swept liquidity. There's a good reason for price to want to shoot up from here. All right. They have their liquidity, or they have mitigated out of the market makers have mitigated out of the sells, because this is a sell to buy move for them. The buys are good, but they need to mitigate out of these sells. All right. And they've done so here out of this order block here, which was a sell to buy, right? They came all the way down into this order block here, mitigating out of those sell orders, took the liquidity, good reason to go. So what do we need to do? What do I need to do? I need to look into this. And you go to the lower time frames to look into that. And I'm going to the 15-minute. I want to see if price is giving me my confirmation. And what do I see? We don't really need this one. All right. This one, we understand where we are right now. Price did mitigate into this lower, the origin of the original impulse. All right. So this is what we can see. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for the same thing every time a price is at a mitigation point. Every time I'm looking for this price, no matter what the time frame, because price is fractal. I'm looking for a low. Come on, man. Stop embarrassing me. A low, a lower low. An impulse that breaks the swing high. And then price finding a demand zone to mitigate and then take off, right? That's what I'm looking for every time, whether it's bearish or bullish. I'm looking for this. What do we got here? Ha ha! We have that low. We have the pullback. We have a lower low made. Boom, boom. We break the high. we break the swing high and made that low. What am I waiting for as soon as this is done? I'm waiting for price to come back into this leg of structure so that I could find my Uber ride. Same setup every time. All you have to do is when price breaks that swing high. Why did I do that? Breaks that swing high. Again, why did I do that? All right, breaks that swing high. You come down to here and you're looking at the origin of the impulse, right? There's origin here. All right, price has mitigated this well. You could actually refine this down to here. All right, you can refine it down to here. All right, and then you have this area here where price has a nice takeoff from there, which leads to the break of that high, that swing high. So I'm going to mark it. I'm going to mark that whole down candle. Move it on over. And what are we at? We have a mitigation. This is where you take your entry. This is the optimal entry. All right. I wait for what do you call it? Confirmations when it comes to taking trades that are reversals. If it's with the trend, then I could take riskier entries or a risk entry. But in this case, this is a reversal. So I would be looking for confirmations. Now I'm looking to target these highs here, and that would give me a 10-to-1 trade, right? And this would have been the optimal entry. Is there a chance that price comes back for a revisit? Sure. And this would be great. This, if you want to be safe, you can put your stop loss below the lowest low. All right. Me, I would take it here, put it under the order block in which I enter. All right. Still has room to the trade still has room to breathe, but I'm looking at price going up because it's made the it has made the shift when it broke that high. This is a change of character. The market, which one is it? There it is. This is a change of character. Once you see that low being broken, you see that swing high being broken on the way up, you wait here. You wait here for price to come back. And that's exactly what it did. It came right back and we're taking off. And I believe price will go on up. Now, for targets, you can target the high, but I like to target the unmitigated imbalance zones of supply. This meets that description right here. This what do you call it? This is a imbalance that's going to be filled on the way up. This is a great trade. This is a great trade to get into, folks. All right, if you can be patient with it, you know, get in at the best way to get in is waiting for a pullback. All right. You don't have to look at this as the train has left the station, because price will go up, probably have a reaction here, probably hit this, and this is where you would take your trade. This is where you would take your entry and let it go on up. Once it gets up here, we're probably going to get a reaction, and then I don't know if we'll take out these highs, but this is where I would TP anyway, because that would be enough for me. You could hold on for a 10 to 20, I mean a 1 to 20 if you'd like. Do your thing. I just wanted to share this with you. I hope you find benefit in this. Make sure you give me a like if you like what I'm doing. All right, subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know, hey, you're off your rocker, man. This isn't a shift in momentum from bearish to bullish momentum. You know, you can say that, you can do all of that, but I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna direct you. I'm gonna direct you to the higher time frame. Hello, I'm gonna direct you to the higher time frame, and I'm gonna say there was a lot of action over here and a lot of liftoff from this area, and here we are again. You don't think you think this is just gonna plow right through? I don't know. This lift here demonstrates that price probably wants to go higher. It's going to look similar to this. You know, because that's not there for no reason. Okay. There's something going on with this level around here, and it's not hard to see that. We'll see how it plays out, because price has been very bearish, and I've seen some people predicting that it's going to go straight down to 20,000. So I don't know, you know, but I don't think it's going to happen this weekend. I think we should be getting a pullback at least to these highs, at least to those highs, to fill the gap. And there's a gap above this, at least to those highs, and then the continuation to the downside. We haven't had a real hard pullback yet. This one was a decent pullback, but this is a lovely break, a lovely impulse to the downside, and then we got a decent pullback into this into the fair value gap, and back into price. But it's not. Let me see. Let's measure it with the Fibonacci. Yeah, it did get just above 50%. That's legal. I like to see it hit that 61. I like to see it hit that 61, filling this gap along the way. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. I will see you in the next video. Have a great weekend.